Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to easily beat Tricephalous or Gladius the Beast of the Night in Elden Ring Nightreign. This is the first major boss you'll be facing off against, and I'll be showing you a guide for all characters. However, I am playing Ironeye here as there is some strategies you can use with him. However, we want to get holy damage. As you can see before you load into this fight, you can see what it's weak to, so holy damage is going to be the best to use against it. Now you can see there, it has that sword on its back and has a very large arcing swipes, so you gotta watch out for whenever that leftmost head starts to swing it, as even if you're behind a dog, you'll still get hit. Now the best way to dodge towards that particular attack is to dodge roll into it, and for the other attacks when it's lunging at you, dodging rolling to the side works best. So the dodge positioning does matter when you get into this fight. Now I'd recommend trying to get as much damage and using your ultimate abilities as often as possible to deal extra damage to this target, because it's going to swap between you and the other hunters that you're playing alongside. Now I was just playing with some randoms, and hey, it can work well if you're focused enough to be able to stay alive. I found that Ironeye is a great healer too, to revive anyone that went down, because you can use arrows from a distance. Now I marked that target there to get a little extra damage in on them. Now we want to be trying to switch the aggro between the three of us as much as possible. You can see that I got bit by the dog. It'll do that large stamping attack, and then afterwards you can actually get a posture break if you're able to build up the posture bar enough. This will typically happen in the first phase of the fight. You'll get that first one, and then when it starts to howl like this, run away. Don't run in like I did and use your marking attack. It's going to explode and deal a bit of fire damage, but then split off into three dogs. Now one of the dogs is going to have the sword. The other two will not. The other two are going to be easier. You can see there, I was targeting our teammate there, so I was trying to hit as many shots as I can to try and pull some aggro my way. Luckily got that break off there. It really heavily depends on what items you get, but as long as you're looking for some holy damage, you're going to be in for a good time. Now you can see that lunging attack. The dog with the sword is the most aggressive one. It's going to be a challenge, so if that dog is aggressive on you, run away from it. For this phase, it's actually harder to fight them than it is to just run away, so I would recommend for this phase in particular, focus on being as defensive as possible and trying to get away from the dog Gladius here, and then it'll eventually build back into his three dog appearance here. So this is a much more manageable fight when you don't have to deal with all the extra surroundings of the other dogs coming at you. Now, when it goes back into its three dog form, you want to try and split the aggro between the three of us. If you're the one it's focused on, play as defensive as possible. This is a battle of attrition here, so you want to be the one that stays alive longest, because you don't want to be the one that goes down in your teammates. So trying to play a bit more defensively works wonders. However, it is a bit challenging whenever you're fighting it, because it can still hit you with the long arching swipes. Now, I was aggroing the sword dog there, but all three of them came on me. You can see that red circle on your character. That's who they're focusing on for the current time. They'll be locked in on you. So whenever that happens, you got to play more defensively. It's almost best to try and bait away one of the dogs away from the others and try to spread them away from your team as much as possible. But don't get too far away that if you go down, your teammates won't be able to get you back up, or if they go down, you won't be able to get them back up. You can see there the large arcing swipes it does with his attacks. You want to try and stay away from it as much as possible. If you're a ranged character, you're going to be in for a good time. Also, if you're able to grab a spear calling bell from any of the gravestones in the area, this is a good way to spend FP if you're, let's say, like an archer and you don't want to use your arrow attacks, so you find they aren't doing as much damage as a normal attack staying on your feet. So that's a good way to use it. Now, warming stones are also pretty effective. You can see there's one on the ground there, but I had to go pick up my down ally. That's where Ironeye comes in really big, because you can pick up down allies just by shooting at them from range. This is super useful because you can focus on staying alive and only take shots when it's safe to do so, versus running in and having to melee attack. So that was really useful in itself, but just keep playing defensively. Watch the sword, especially the dog with the leftmost head whenever it's in its full form. And when it splits off into the three dogs, you can wait it out. This is a fight that's best played defensively and not too aggressively. So as long as you're focusing on staying alive as much as you can, taking a holy weapon, and following out with the tips of this video, you should be able to take out Tricephalous or Gladius the Beast of the Night. If this video is useful, please hit the subscribe button below, and I'll show you here the route that we took. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.